mare and foal, you're probably going to find yourself in a situation where you need to restrain the foal. And so I want to give you some proper techniques and how to do that. Certainly the number one thing is safety. We always want to make sure that the mare is feeling comfortable with the situation and that we're able to protect and keep the foal safe as well in the process. So always have a mare handler with you that can help kind of navigate the mare, and largely because so they can keep the hindquarters from coming your direction for a kick. And again, we want to kind of position the foal when we're going to catch them to where the mare still feels comfortable. So when I'm working with a foal and a mare, I'm going to always try to keep this foal between me and the mare so that I'm never blocking her ability to touch or smell the foal, to reassure her that he's okay, nothing's wrong, and that she can be comfortable with that situation. And then your handler, of course, is going to help kind of keep the mare angled to where her head could be at the foal, where you are also going to be, and keep you in a safe position. So when I move to catch the foal, I want to move with confidence. Okay, I don't want to be timid. Horses feed off of that. If we act kind of scared or timid, they also think something's wrong. What's going on here? So I just want to step up with confidence. I'm going to do that with this foal, and then I'm going to kind of talk to you about what I did there and explain the reasoning for the handling. To the foal, we want our hand up here at the front end to help stabilize, but we want to try to avoid grabbing the front end first because the foal's natural response is backwards. And so if I just grab the head, I'm really going to struggle with that foal. He's probably going to go up and over backwards, and he might knock me down in the process. So you can see here, if I can get him turned around a little bit, I'm going to turn him towards mama. I have the tail, and the tail is really just to support the hind end. So if he does try to go backwards, I can keep him upright through this by holding the tail. I'm not holding it terribly hard, okay? I'm just using it as a support, again, to keep him all 4 feet on the ground. The other thing about handling the foal is you got to be really careful with this arm up here. Sometimes when the foal tries to struggle against you, our natural instinct is to really clamp down on the neck. And if you do that right here at the trachea, you're going to actually cut the air off in the foal, and they're going to panic, and it's going to make it a lot worse then because they think they're about to die. So you want to make sure that you keep light contact here, or think about using your arm more under the jaw bones, which protects your arm from actually cutting off the trachea, and you can get a better hold that way. Again, I always want to make sure that I can try to keep the foal between me and the mare, and always allowing that mare to touch and sniff the foal if she's concerned about the handling of them. Okay, when I release the foal, I never want to release them in a struggle. If I can avoid it, okay, I want to release them when they relax because I want them to have a positive experience with me as a handler. I always want to make sure that I'm just going to let them go nice and easy and away. And that's how you're going to handle your foal.